Hello, listeners. I'm Byron Bertram.
And my name's Ivan Penaluna.
And on today's episode,
Cecil's Maine to provide Trump's new comb-over.
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young broads in a schoolyard. Well, let me tell a joke.
I wanted this to be professional.
I don't gotta listen to this shit.
You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is...
awesome!
With Byron Bertram and Ivan Penaluna.
All right, so this is, there's a couple big stories here.
There's two mediocre stories rolled together into one title.
There you go.
They're not big stories, are they? In fact, the thing that links these two stories, Cecil the tiger, Cecil the lion, I've already upped his status, Cecil the lion and Donald Trump, is that they're both really essentially non-stories.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially, is it Cecil or Cecil?
Well, if you're in Canada, it's Cecil.
Right.
And if you're in Britain, it's Cecil.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Okay. So you want to call it Cecil or Cecil?
Whatever. I mean, I thought it was Cecil, but
yeah, Cecil's
the name of a strip club that got torn down here.
That is. But you have to be a Vancouverite to realize that.
Yeah, so don't worry about it.
Okay. So basically, we're talking about Cecil the lion who got shot whilst on safari in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, I mean, which is a total tragedy, isn't it?
Well, it's always sad when a beautiful, majestic animal gets killed for sport, but it's even worse when they've got a name.
I know, that's the really sad thing. It's like, oh my God, like if it was just a lion, that would be terrible, but it happened to have a name. So
yeah, I mean, the rule number one in the Big Game Hunters book is don't shoot anything with a fucking name.
Yeah,
you know, once you've got a name, nowadays in the world of social media, you're done. That guy's in hiding. That guy is literally in hiding.
That's the thing. Like if you run over a cat, like, you know, on the street, that's terrible. You killed somebody's cat. No, if that cat was my cat, which who I named Dave, then that would be a terrible tragedy
for you.
Know? Well, yeah, because it's got a name.
Yeah,
a human name.
Yeah,
which makes it even worse.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But the thing is that you're going to be fine as long as social media doesn't get hold of it and decide that you're a villain.
Yeah, that's true.
And then that's it. And the one thing to say about this guy, I mean, I'm not into big game hunting or anything like that, but the point is, and this is what isn't often mentioned in all of this furore, is that this guy, how does he hunt things? Oh, a rifle? No. This guy's a fucking bow and arrow guy. So this guy hunts things down with a bow and fucking arrow. And okay, the people are saying, well, it was blinded at night, they shone a light on it, and he shot it with an arrow. Okay, I understand. But the point is, if you're taking on a fully grown lion with a bow and arrow, you've got to be thinking you got to get close enough to it to shoot it with an arrow.
You got to have some balls.
You got to have some balls.
You don't just like Dick Cheney it, just like getting hammered with your lawyer buddy and just oozing a bunch of like doves, right?
Yeah, no, that's nothing.
And then just call yourself a hunter. And
exactly.
Then you shoot one of your buddies in the face.
At least this guy, I would say, is, he's a hunter.
Yeah.
You shoot something with a bow and arrow, it's fucking personal.
Would you let him pull your teeth?
I don't know. I mean, if he's going to do it for free, I'd let him do it.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But I mean, that's the thing. This guy. So he likes killing beautiful animals. I mean, he's got some sociopathic tendencies in a way, I guess.
He's a dentist with too much money.
He's a dentist with too much money.
He's pulled out all the teeth of the people of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
There's no teeth left to pull out.
Yeah.
And he thought, fuck this. I'm going off to Zimbabwe and I'm going to shoot myself a lion because my good buddy Robert Mugabe will turn a blind eye to this.
Yeah.
You know why? Because Robert Mugabe is a fucking thief and a thug, and he just wants his cut out of it. So the fact that this is the most outrageous thing about this is that Robert Mugabe is now going, what? They shoot lions in my country? Yeah, of course they do, Robert, and you knew full well about this.
Oh no, but now he's like, we need to extradite the guy.
What to a prison?
Yeah, or whatever. We need to extradite the guy. But now it's like, front page will be the Kardashians again, so it'll be like, don't worry about it.
Well, exactly. And that brings us on to the main story, which is that this is a non-story, as is Donald Trump. Donald Trump's really a non-story, let's face it. I mean, when you look at it and you think, your spider sense is tingling, isn't it? Straight away, you're thinking, why is Donald Trump in this? Is he a distraction? And that's my first thought. Is he a distraction? And my thinking is that the Republican candidates they've got all these candidates, but Donald Trump is out there, center stage, taking all the attention. Meanwhile, there's no real process being gone through with the other candidates because they're attaching all of their importance to Donald Trump. In the meantime, Hillary Clinton's building a serious campaign, And, it could well be that Donald Trump pulls out of this at the last minute. Everybody stood there on stage with no clothes on, and Hillary Clinton becomes the president of the United States.
So Trump could just be a distraction.
I think so.
Yeah,
that's what I suspect.
Like in wrestling, he'd just be like the manager, just distracting the guy, and like the referee, distracting the referee. Well, boom, Mr. Fuji throws salt into the eyes.
Exactly, and Donald
down
Trump
for the 3 count.
Donald Trump is one of those sort of like wrestling bad guy sort of characters, isn't he?
Oh, he's great. Yeah,
straight off.
He's like that. He's like the real version of this really bad '90s wrestler, Erwin R. Shyster. His name was IRS. And his finishing move was the write-off.
The right.
Yeah, and he's like, and then he would just yell at the whole crowd. He'd be like, you know what, bumfuck Alabama, you guys are all a bunch of tax cheats, and you're gonna be audited. And everybody like, boo, I hate you, IRS.
Was he like some sort of libertarian wrestler?
No, yeah, he was like, no, he had a suit. He would wrestle in his suit, and he'd have a briefcase, and he would just be really pissed off. He'd just be like this IRS wrestler. He would just do this back suplex. That was his finishing move. Yeah,
I've got to go see some of
called
that.
the write-off.
It's like, what's that other guy's name? The guy who looks like a porn actor. It's just disturbing when you see him on. What's his name? Vic Mahone?
Oh, well, currently?
Yeah. Well, no, he was around. He's like an old guy. He's in his 40s. What's his name? Vic Mahone or Vic McMahone or... He's the guy who's always on the center stage.
You're not talking about Vince McMahon?
Vince McMahon, there you go.
There you go. Now, he's older in his 40s. He's well in his 60s.
Oh, sorry about that, Byron. I'll just,
Yeah.
I forget sometimes that I'm talking to a wrestling aficionado.
Yeah. Well, I used to just be so into wrestling. Anyway, so Donald Trump, yeah.
No, tell us more about you being into wrestling.
I was so distracted with wrestling. I remember I was just like, I just like OCD out about wrestling when I was a kid. I would just like do body slam movements with my hands in class and just ADD right out. And my teacher would just be like, what's 8 divided by 4? I'm like, who cares? Hulk Hogan lost to the Ultimate Warrior in WrestleMania 6.
Are you going to be upset if Donald Trump doesn't make it then?
I don't know. For some reason, I like the Trump. I like the Donald just because he reminds me of wrestling. It's just childhood nostalgia. It's like he's a supervillain. He's like the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. He's like IRS. It's just like you want. I don't know if I want him to be president, but I want him to hang around. It's like a bad guy in a show. You know he's bad, but you don't want him to get killed too early.
Exactly. And what happens once he gets killed? Who's gonna take the prize once he gets killed?
No, exactly. You don't want one of these guys, these Ted Cruz, who looks like it's just such a pedophile punchable face.
No. I'm more worried about Hillary Clinton.
Oh, right.
I'm more worried about Hillary Clinton because she is just fucking evil on a stick.
Right. But, we'd have the first lesbian president, which is cool. We could take that box off.
Well, then, because let's face it, when we're looking at world leaders, it's all about ticking boxes.
It is about ticking boxes.
If we can tick off woman and lesbian in the first presidential, if we can tick both those boxes with one,
well, boom, president, then we could at least just put that on our bucket list. On our lifetimes, we had this.
Black president, female lesbian president.
Yeah, we had the first Kenyan Muslim closet case president.
Yeah, and Hillary Clinton's just one labia away from John Lennon's dick, isn't she? Really?
Yeah, that's it. She died out with Yoko Ono. That's
we
right.
fucking did a show about it.
I totally forgot.
Scissoring, remember?
Yeah, that's right. Oh man,
a young Hillary Clinton and an old Yoko Ono scissoring.
Yeah, I remember it like it was only 7 episodes ago.
Oh dear. How could you forget that? It's like scorched on my mind, that image.
But do you think Trump will win the?
It's not a static one either.
No. Do you think Trump will win the GOP?
No, I don't think he will. I think he'll get pulled at the last minute. At the last minute, he'll go, "Oh, I can't be bothered with this. It's been great, thank you."
Yeah, he'll just be like, "Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pull the race because NBC renewed my contract for season 4 of The Apprentice."
And that's it. And then they'll be everybody will be stood around going, "Oh, I'm naked. What the fuck are we going to do now?" And then Hillary Clinton comes in and goes, "I'll fucking have it. Fucking put it down. It's fucking mine." That's my Hillary Clinton voice.
That's good.
Put the fucking coffee down. Coffee is for fucking closers. So what if I deleted 30,000 emails? So what if fucking 4 blokes got killed in the US embassy at Benghazi? What does it fucking matter? Put it fucking down. I'm fucking Hillary.
Yeah.
That's how evil she is.
Yeah, well, her real voice is Jason Statham.
Well, go on, do it then.
Yeah. Oh, right, then I'm Hillary fucking
That's not that much different from what I just did.
No, well, I just did a fake one.
Oh, you just did Jason Statham. My name's Jason Statham. Yeah. Put that down. It belongs to me. Jason Statham.
Delete those emails, you slag.
30,000. Yeah. Delete them. What does it matter? A US ambassador got killed in Benghazi. Doesn't matter. What does it matter? A lion's been killed.
Yeah, totally. And nobody talks about the rhino that dentist killed.
Did
Rhinos
he kill
are
a rhino?
Yeah, he killed a rhino. It's like, oh, here's pictures of him killing a rhino. Here's pictures of him
Did the
raping a
rhino have a
unicorn.
name?
You know, here's no, no, I don't think it did.
Did the unicorn that he raped have a name?
I don't think he did.
Because that kind of is borderline without a name, but with a name that would be
That'd be terrible.
gold.
So if you're just like Tony
Tony the unicorn got raped by
Yeah.
the dentist from Milwaukee.
yeah, if like Javier, if it was like Javier the rhino, then all of a sudden it would just be like
Javier the rhino.
then all of a sudden front page CNN, second page tsunami kills a bunch of brown people. Right?
Hang on a minute, tsunami kills a bunch of round people.
Or brown people
Brown
or something
people,
like that.
okay.
You know, front page.
I like round
rhino with an exotic name killed by dentist.
Rhino, Javier.
Yeah.
Javier
the rhino.
the rhino.
I don't know why. Just
You know, I
first
went
thing-
to Calgary Zoo last week, right? On
Yeah.
a related note, and I was walking around with my son, and he goes, "We want to see the rhino. I want to see the rhino." And okay, let's go see the rhino. Rhino stood there by the fence, not doing much. Fucking massive erection.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and it's like, you know, like dog's dicks come out.
Yeah, yeah.
And
They
you
look
go, "How
like
the fuck
lipstick,
did you
right?
fit it?" Yeah. Well, this was like that, but it was like a piece of fucking Meccano. it was about 2.5 foot long. And he went, "Look, it's got his dick out." And I went, "Yeah, it has." And everybody else is stood around going, "Oh, I'm not comfortable with this with kids and everything." And my kid just went, "It's got his dick out."
It's like the elephant in the
It
room.
was impressive. It was barbed as well. So if that went inside you, there's no way that fucker's coming out until he's ready.
Man.
It was horrendously barbed.
Jesus
A
Christ.
rhino dick.
Good luck to that rhino if finding matches on Tinder.
Oh man, that rhino isn't bothering with any of that shit.
No.
It's got playtime in there.
Imagine if it only liked anal too. Jesus.
Oh, I don't think rhinos go, I'm in the mood for anal. I don't think they do that. I don't think, can I try the back door, baby? They don't do that. I don't think rhinos do that.
Yeah,
I don't think the rhinos groom their partner for anal sex over a matter of months.
Well, what I did, I remember talking to a rhino. His name was like,
What, Javier or Tony?
yeah, Fernando or something like that.
Tony.
And then he was at the Lethbridge Zoo. Terrible zoo, by the way.
Lethbridge Zoo.
Yeah.
Why would Lethbridge bother having a zoo when Calgary's got such a great one?
Oh, actually, it wasn't a zoo. It was just a bunch of homeless people.
It's like saying, yeah, I went to the Brooks Aquarium.
The Brooks Aquarium.
But if you don't know Alberta people, you're missing out.
Anyway, but then before we go off topic, I just want to mention, we got to mention too, because Cecil, whatever, the line, this is so weird. I mean, so
He's dead, isn't he? Let's face it.
But here on CNN, that's front page noon. Everybody gets really upset because they could associate with somebody. Everybody gets really, really upset. You know, they're really pissed off that how dare this bad American dentist kill this lion with a name. And then CNN decided to just, you know what? Hey, maybe we could find something else. And then they had like on that top screen that was just like Cecil the lion's brother killed in Zimbabwe as well. And it was like, what? Everybody, and they're like, nope, we retract it. Apparently Cecil the lion's brother's just fine.
He's fine. He's like, oh, we've lost him. Terry the lion.
Yeah.
Not quite as good, Terry.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're going, Terry is gone missing. And they were like going, fuck, where is he? And then they realized he was at a watering hole. He's just pissed out of his head.
Yeah.
Just fell asleep under a tree, came back the next day, went, what's all the fuss about? They went, we thought you were dead. He's going, well, I could have been. I'm a lion. Lions die every day.
Yeah, but they're just like, but CNN needed to report some more fake news. And
I know.
And now you're here. Fuck.
Meanwhile, Planned Parenthood, got to go to InfoWars for that shit.
Yeah, right.
And the rebel media.
Exactly.
If you want to hear about that, the rebel media, ladies and gentlemen, by the way.
Yeah, listen to the Rebel Media.
It's coming up.
Did you like the way I plugged that?
I loved it.
That was so organic.
So anyway, let's go to the fucking news.
Let's go to the fucking news.
This is the fucking news.
All right, go. In 5, 4. I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
This is the fucking news.
Fucking thing sucks.
Okay, so today on the fucking news, the first story goes to Ivan.
Okay, this is the story. This is a big story this week. Jon Stewart had his last show as the host of The Daily Show.
Yes, he did.
This week, and by all accounts, it was a very tearful affair. And but the thing is about Jon Stewart, and this is what came out earlier in the week, was that he has actually been a guest of the White House during the Obama administration, I believe 7 times. 7 times he's been to the White House, and this wasn't as part of a group or anything like this. This was a private appointment. He went there. There was no list of who was going to be attending.
Just shooting hoops with Obama?
Just shooting hoops. Just, listening to drum and bass and smoking some weed.
Yeah.
Right? So he went 7 times, right? Also, he's had Obama on his show 9 times. He's had Obama on his show 9 times, I believe. So it's my problem with this is that basically, you know, I remember when satirists, and that's what Jon Stewart is known as. He's a satirist, right? But I'm a bit old school about this. When I think of a satirist, I think of like Gilray and Hogarth in the 18th century doing political cartoons, or even the modern cartoonists in many broadsheet newspapers. You know, what they'll do is they will treat political figures or anybody in power to the same sort of treatment. You know, it doesn't matter who's in power.
You're going to throw them all under the bus and make them look retarded.
Exactly, and that's a satirist's job.
Yeah, exactly.
My point is that once you start favoring one political leaning or party over another, which it seems quite obvious Jon Stewart does, I mean, I think it's very hard to argue otherwise, then you're no longer a satirist. You're partisan at best and a shill at worst.
Well, I mean, the thing about like Letterman or something like that, at least they would give the illusion of impartiality, even though you know Letterman's probably more Democrat, obviously, but he at least did a good job of making fun of everybody. But I mean, Bush did have more sound bites, let's be honest.
Sure, and you know what? And I remember watching The Daily Show and I was thinking, oh, this is great. During the Bush years, he was so good. He was great, and I thought, this is great. He's going to have a tough job when Obama gets in. That's what I remember thinking. He's going to have a tough job because there's not so much like choice gravy with Obama. It's not going to be a payday every day.
Yeah,
you know, he's going to have to work really hard. And then when Obama came in, just dropped right off.
Yeah,
still taking the piss out of the Republicans.
Yeah,
and I thought, well, you know what? Now you've got a new target. Come on, work with it, play with it. No, not playing.
Just going to keep going for the low-hanging fruit.
I'm just going to go for the low-hanging Republican fruit, and I'm going to go for dinner with Obama at the White House. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to have him on the show next week. And this is I've been saying this for fucking months. You know, I really have. Anybody who listens to the show regularly knows I've been saying this. Jon Stewart, I'm sorry, he's a bit of a shill.
Yeah. Well, his brother, that's what I heard.
I do know about his brother, Larry Leibovitz. He is the COO of the New York Stock Exchange. He's been on board since 2007 with that company. He's been on the bridge, as I would call it. He's been in senior management with the New York Stock Exchange since 2010. So I would say conflict of interest there again. And if it's not, you need to be transparent about that, and you need to say that on the show. That's what you need to do. You need to address these things, because if you're supporting bailouts on your show, then you need to say, by the way, my brother is he just happens to be at the top table of the New York Stock Exchange. I just thought I need to mention that because I'm a satirist.
Yeah. I'm an honest satirist.
I'm an honest satirist.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's the story this week. But he did have a very tearful farewell, and Colbert came on and said some very nice things to him, which made him cry. And I can imagine it would, after what, was it been 10, 16 years?
Yeah,
he's
been a long
at the
time.
helm. So, you know, it's a long time. And he does do a good job. He's very funny. I just wish that he was more fair and equal in his treatment of all political parties and class. Because otherwise you are just partisan. That's all you are.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, my standpoint in politics is pretty much just, I think everybody should be made fun of, and I think everybody should be thrown on the bus, because I think everybody's corrupt as hell. And that's why I'm just jaded and bitter and apathetic about politics in a lot of ways. And I think he is obviously, he's a left-leaning guy. So what you want, but it isn't fair when you're just picking on one guy, and then there's a new guy and you still pick at the other guy that's not even in power. But yeah, I mean, come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Try to pick on the unfallible.
All right, so we've done that one. All right,
yeah,
what else
anyway,
we got, Matt?
Not really funny, I guess.
No.
All right, next one is Bryce Casavant, a BC conservation officer who's been suspended without pay for refusing to kill 2 black bear cubs near Port Hardy in BC here. After their mother was killed for repeatedly raiding a freezer of meat and salmon. Bryce ignored a direct order and took the 2 cubs to a North Island conservation center. When asked why he refused to kill the endangered cubs, Bryce responded by saying, "Because I'm a conservation officer." The story got little attention, that is, until comedian Ricky Gervais got on Twitter and called for Bryce's reinstatement, calling him an honorable man. Since then, more than 50,000 signatures have been collected, and Bryce has been updated to suspended with pay pending a hearing.
Wow. Well, I mean, as soon as you get Ricky Gervais involved, someone like that, the whole story has legs, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, because it would just be it would be like 3 paragraphs in the local paper. As soon as Ricky Gervais is on board, boom.
We don't want to piss off Ricky.
No, you don't, especially not with animals. He fucking loves animals.
He loves animals.
He loves animals a lot. And in fact, the thing that gets me, though, is that Ricky Gervais, I mean, we know more about this story now, as Matt might allude in just a moment. But at the time, I don't think Ricky Gervais knew much about this story. Like, many people didn't know about this story. But all of a sudden, Ricky Gervais, because he loves animals, he's a fucking expert in bear conservation. It's like, right, reinstate that guy. This is wrong. You don't know that, Ricky, because you don't, one, live in BC. Two, you don't fucking live in the bear world. And you don't operate in the conservation world. So I don't know. You say this stuff, you put it out there. You say give the guy his job back, but your comments are based in total ignorance of the actual the subject that you're talking about.
And in fairness, this guy was suspended because he also, while he was killing bears, and a woman was reported in it. He wrote "fuck her right in the pussy." So there's a reason he got suspended. But see, Ricky doesn't know that.
Ricky doesn't care about that. He just sees the picture of the bear.
Yeah, he said "fuck her right in the pussy," and you know what? And then that's why he got suspended. It wasn't that he just wanted, or what's to save bears or who cares? The fact is, he said a comment there.
Yeah. So anyway, this guy, he's probably gonna get free tickets to Ricky Gervais's next show.
Yeah, and Ricky'd be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it! Oh my god, I get bears, you don't kill them. Oh my god."
Oh dear.
That sounds like your friend. That doesn't sound like Ricky
That doesn't
Gervais.
know?
It sounds like, what's his name?
Tupon.
Yeah, Tupon. Sounds like
Come
Tupon.
on, man, don't be. Yeah, it's a fine line. Gay Brazilian man, just hysterical English. Yeah, they kind of amalgamate.
All right, what else have we got, Matt?
Okay.
I was just going to say, by the way,
Yeah, sorry.
all these bears, saving their lives, but the fact is, you know why it wasn't big news in Italy? Because those bears didn't have names.
That's a very good point. If those bears had names, they wouldn't have needed Ricky Gervais to make
wouldn't need Ricky
ignorant
Gervais.
comments.
No.
He would have been able to stay, maintain his independence.
So I think the moral of the story is if you don't want animals killed, just give them all names. Like, if I got bed bugs, you want to name every one of them. That'll stop the...
That'll stop the exterminators coming in. Go, listen, that one's Billy, that one's Simon, that's Sandra, and that's Chloe.
Yeah.
All right, what about the other 4,000? Okay, just give me a bit of time. I've got fucking names for all of them. Leave them alone.
Because they're animals.
Bed bugs. You need to get rid of these things. No, they're pets. They're not pets, they're bed bugs.
They're endangered. There's only billions of them.
Don't kill Jemima.
Yeah. Jemima. Yeah. That one like syrup.
What else we got? That was worth waiting for.
That was worth.
There are new reports that ISIS is outfitting chickens with explosive vests and sending them into enemy camps around the Iraqi city of Fallujah. Once the chickens are successfully within the camps without having been noticed, ISIS sets off the bombs via remote control. Apparently, ISIS fails to see the irony in using chickens as suicide bombers.
Well, I think ISIS are just fucked. I don't know what they're fucking smoking, but they're just smoking some fucked stuff.
Yeah, remember a few months ago when ISIS, we were just like, they got it going on. Now it's like, you guys are crazy.
No, you guys are idiots.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit of bombing and it all goes to pot.
Yeah.
A little bit of bombing. Oh, don't like it anymore. Oh, no, don't like. So, okay, I don't mean to. Let's just get practical about this for a moment, right? So you strap in, let's say C4, plastic explosives, to a chicken. Can't strap that much to it because it's a fucking chicken, right?
Yeah.
It can carry a little tiny bit, maybe, in a chest pouch, right? Anybody's seen
a strong chicken like a KFC, a steroid-injected chicken.
Okay,
then it can
enough.
lift a lot of bombs.
But they haven't got access to that. Well, maybe they do. The Americans are going to give them those.
Yeah, the Americans already fund them anyway, right? So you might as well just give them just roid-raging chickens from KFC.
So they walk in, they send these chickens in. They go, go on, off you go, over there. The chicken goes into the compound. Number one, someone might. All right, yeah, you do the voices. Right? Chicken's going into the compound. Right, it's got a little vest on. Mm-hmm. Immediately, you're going to go, chicken with a suicide vest on. I recognise that. Right, and then blow it to bits. Or it gets in there and they start running around and they go, oh, and then they go, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, and they blow it up. Right.
You say you recognize like that, you immediately go, oh, that's a chicken with a bomb strapped to its chest.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
If you're a soldier and you're guarding a compound, you just blow that chicken away.
I think you'd be like, what the fuck is that? And then you walk towards it and that's when they blow it up.
That's what you do, Matt. That's not what I do.
Be like, is that a chicken with is that a chicken with a red veil? No,
is that a chicken in anorak?
Is that a chicken with a red veil? No, it's just a turkey.
It's a chicken in a cheese anorak.
Yeah.
No, it's a bomb.
It's a backpack. Yeah. It's Chicken Little going to school.
So they do right. So they go in there It wanders around, and then they blow it up. Right? I'm not being funny. How much explosive power do you think you got with a chicken with a tiny bit of explosives on it? And I mean, what are you going to use? I mean, you can't put nails in it because that's going to be too heavy. What are you going to? That chicken's not going to do anything. It might slightly injure some children.
Yeah.
It's a fucking ridiculous idea. It's like the idea of a crazy person running out of ideas.
Although it would be a funny story. It's like explosive chicken kills 30.
Explosive chicken kills 30.
That's a great CNN title.
Only
but
if
then you
they-
could retract it and be like, no, everybody's fine. Cecil's brother's fine. Everybody's fine. We
Yeah.
just got everybody excited. Meanwhile, Hillary won the election.
You know what? They should give that chicken a name.
Yeah.
Ahmed.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I'm surprised that PETA isn't all over this. Sending in Pam Anderson, plastic boobs to fight against the explosive-laden chicken breasts and whatnot. Seems like the sort of thing that they would want to have something to say about.
Chickens, like nobody, that's the thing. Everybody gets all irate about animals getting killed in different religions. So like, ISIS is they're Muslims, Jewish, like they don't like pork. Indian, the cow is sacred. But, as Eric will say, our friend Eric Amber, and a regular on this show whenever he's in town.
Go on.
He says, every culture must agree the chicken must fucking die.
Well, yeah, I think our very own Narj Singh says that.
Yeah, that's right.
But absolutely. But, you give... this is the thing. PETA or, that organization, and those people who sort of like... who act as the poster children for that organization, they can't say anything about ISIS because they're brown. Right? You can't say anything about brown people, even if they're beheading children, because they're a different color, and then that'd be racist.
Well, see, they need to get one of the bimbos from Bollywood to turn into the brown Pamela Anderson, and then they'll have someone who can say something.
That's what they need to do. They need to get a Sikh to come down and lay the law down and go, "You fucking Muslim cunts," right? Because they got no problem doing that. You've been out to say, "We fuck those Muslims. We fucking hate them." But you can get away with that if you're brown. Yeah. We know how to deal with those fucks.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do.
Well, maybe
it's not nice.
If Russell Peters talks about him, then we get hated.
Russell Peters can do it.
Yeah, but do you really want Russell Peters posing naked for a PETA billboard ad protesting this? Like, they got to have someone with the TNA.
Okay, fair enough. I'll just settle for Russell Peters walking into that compound and saying, "Guys, we got to have a chat," and then show me the video of the chat.
Yeah,
show me the video of the chat of the reasonable conversation that you're going to have with these fucks. Show me that.
Weird thing is, I keep hearing that in the Middle East they absolutely love Russell Peters. So if he said something, maybe it would work.
Yeah,
guys,
maybe.
you need to get real jobs and stop blowing stuff up.
Well, he's going to be performing at the gala, the first annual Raqqa Comedy Festival.
He's going to be doing the ISIS Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
Oh, I look forward to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he going to? Russell Peters, is he Sikh Hindu?
He's no. What is he again? He's brown,
dirty mixed breed.
He's a mixed breed. His family's from England, and he comes from that rich kind of Christian part. Anyway.
What do you mean?
Well, after all, Russell Peters isn't his stage name. That's his actual name, right?
Yeah.
So
Russell Peters, that's his actual name.
Yeah, that is.
So maybe Ismaili or something like that.
Ismaili. I think he might be
Ismaili.
He possibly.
No, he's not Ismaili.
Brown people who wish they were white.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Narj Singh talking there.
We got a legitimate heckler.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So what else have we got? Anyway.
All right, our last story for fucking news. Donald Trump again.
Whoa, go on.
Yeah.
Donald Trump has defended his relations with women, calling them tremendous. But stopped short of apologizing for attacking a Fox News journalist, Megyn Kelly. Mr. Trump was criticized for seeming to suggest that Megyn Kelly was tough on him on a televised debate because she was menstruating.
Well, to be fair to Donald Trump, he only said that afterwards. At the time, he was very polite, and he said, "Listen, I could be nasty to you, but I won't be. Given the way that you're treating me, I could be nasty to you, but I won't because that's not the way I am. I'll wait till afterwards and say, you're fucking
then he did it
menstruating."
anyways.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true. In Trump's defense, he's probably the nicest guy anybody's ever
I
met.
just love that. He said, that's Donald Trump's idea of backpedaling, saying, "Hey, women, they're tremendous. I fuck them all the time."
Yeah. He's like, "Hey, I don't fuck men, do I?
No,
No.
I fuck women because they're tremendous.
So clearly I like them better."
Yeah, I love ladies. They're fucking great.
Yeah.
All right, so that leads us to our next segment, Who Said It? a game show where you guys try to guess who said the following quote. You get it right, you get a point. Let's see who wins.
Okay.
That's right, it's Who Said It, the game show where two hosts doodle it out to determine who said what. Today's sayers, Frank Reynolds of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, or Donald Trump. Now let's get to the show. So I'm going to list a question or a statement, and you're going to say who said it, Donald Trump or Frank Reynolds. Sometimes your best investments are the ones you don't make.
Muammar Gaddafi?
I couldn't have been more clear on the rules, Byron.
Okay.
I'll go Frank Reynolds.
I'm definitely going Donald Trump with that.
All right, point for Ivan. There we go. Remember your points because I'm not going to.
I'm marking them down because I'm very competitive.
Yep, good. Next one. Animals should be food, rugs, and trophies. Trump or Frank Reynolds?
I'm gonna Reynolds the fuck out of this.
Yeah,
I agree, Frank Reynolds.
Point for each.
Yes.
Can you mark that down there?
I'm
Yes,
still
I'm
losing.
marking it down. 1 for Byron and a 2 for me.
Next one. The 1990s sure aren't like the 1980s.
Oh, that's Frank Reynolds.
Donald Trump.
Trump, point for
Oh,
Ivan. More for Byron there.
2-2.
Tied 2-2.
Next one. I saw a report yesterday. There's so much oil all over the world, they don't know where to dump it. And Saudi Arabia says, oh, there's too much oil. Do you think are our friends? They're not our friends.
Oh, it's definitely Trump.
Yeah, Trump.
Point for each. And you were already writing it down.
Yeah, no, there's no way that was, what's his name from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Next one. I got my Magnum condoms. I got my wad of hundreds. I'm ready to plow.
Oh, that's got to be Frank Reynolds. There's no way Even Trump can't say that was Trump in the debate.
No, hang on.
No,
You're saying Frank Reynolds?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Trump.
Frank Reynolds. Point for Byron. Although, truthfully, I think both of them have probably said it. They just haven't recorded Trump saying it.
Yeah. That was my wild card guess.
That's how he plows. He's got condoms and hundreds.
Danny DeVito plows.
On that episode,
I doubt
on
it.
that episode, what he was is his trick. He had a wad of $100 bills and Magnum condoms, and he would drop them on the ground in front of a lady and go, "Oh, oops, my giant penis condoms and my money."
That's good. That's the sort of thing Donald Trump would do.
Yeah.
Next
But he
one.
would just have a roll of billions. He would get a truck to drop it by him in the street. He'd go, oh, look, my billions and billions of dollars. And
Yeah.
my massive rhino cock.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck on that.
All right, only
barbed.
2 left. Only 2 left.
Go on then.
What's the score currently?
It's Byron 4, me 3.
Okay, next one. A woman in politics is like a donkey doing calculus.
That's definitely Trump.
You have Reynolds.
Boom, another one for Ivan. Or sorry, Byron. Oh, jeez.
Right.
All right, there we go. And the last one, I guess it doesn't matter. He's up by 2 now.
Yeah.
All right, this one's worth 2 points.
Then
You know, it doesn't really matter what the media writes as long as you've got a young and beautiful piece of ass.
That's Trump.
that's Trump.
Well, 2 points for each, so Byron still takes it.
Woo!
All right.
It doesn't really matter what the media writes as long as you've got a nice young piece of ass.
Yeah.
That's
That reminds me of a Tony Curtis quote. He was on Parkinson once, and it was when he was about 75. And Tony Curtis, the actor, was on there, and Parkinson said, you know, you've just got married recently, haven't you? And he went, yeah. He said, your wife, she's 35, right? You're 75. And he went, yeah, that's right. He said, I wouldn't be seen dead with a woman old enough to be my wife.
yeah.
Like
Class.
Ice Cube said, life ain't nothing but bitches and money.
That's it. That's Narj Singh. He's getting warmed up.
Well, that does bring us to our next segment.
Which is?
Happy Endings with Narj Singh.
Oh.
Hello, and this is Narj with your happy ending. It is springtime for Hitler and Germany. And it is election time for Canada and the USA. And elections are all just about one thing. Who gets to hand whom the keys to the treasury? And it's all about jobs. And the one thing that is worse than your work is not having work. Is to be the threat of an unemployment always hangs above our head, and that is the only thing that makes us keep going to work. Jobs, jobs, jobs. And here's the thing about politicians who promise you everything. You know, I don't care about the working class and the radical ideas and of this politician, or the fact that you're a CEO of a multi-billion company. Government has its own logic. Donald Trump cannot fire John Boehner in the opposition or whoever else he hates. No, because CEOs only are good as dictators. Government has its own logic. The fact is that this society is divided into classes with opposing interests. I'm not a communist. I don't mean to sound like a communist, but like classes, yeah, you are the working class. There are only two kinds of people in this world: those who work for a living and those who make you do it. And the government is there to make sure that these two people, these two opposing classes, don't tear each other apart. Whether it's a democracy or a dictatorship or a theocracy or whatever, it holds all the big guns and it will use them against you and your children and against its own population to make sure that you keep going to work. Yeah. Vote for the Treasury. And you know what makes work possible is caffeine. You know, screw spending much money on energy drinks. Just buy this Nestle espresso instant coffee. It's only like $5 to $10 anywhere in this world. And and mix it with some Vietnamese instant condensed milk. Don't buy the fancy stuff. It's $1 everywhere. Condensed milk, instant Nestle espresso coffee. Mix it with ice. Make sure you make your own ice. Make sure you work those freezers at your workplace and put water in a pan that's ice, and coffee is good. And fuck Montclair, fuck Obama, and fuck Trump. They're all just, and fuck Kim Jong-un. They're just a manner of distributing capital. And it's only two kinds of people in this world. My kind of people and assholes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Narj Singh.
That
Thank
was
you very
random preachings from a street prophet.
No, it's Narj Singh as Colonel Kurtz.
That
broadcasting from the jungle.
Absolutely.
Deep inside Cambodia.
He's been doing...
That's Cambodia, Captain.
He's on
That's classified.
He's been on the old peyote cleanse.
Oh, brilliant. Narj, great as ever. No chicken this week, just some strong coffee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was very strong. I don't know what he put in that coffee, but it was strong shit.
Scopolamine.
Totally.
All right. Anyway, that's it from us this week, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. I've been Ivan Penaluna.
I'm Byron Bertram.
And I'm Narj Singh.
Bah.
The Dry Shave Show has been a production of Leone Digital Podcast Network.